It's mid-morning and your eyelids are already heavy. By the time the clock hits 2 p.m., your energy is completely drained and you're counting the minutes to closing time. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Office fatigue is one of the most common issues among working professionals today. While it's tempting to blame the workload, deadlines, or even the dreary office decor, the root of the problem often lies deeper in our health, lifestyle choices, and overall fitness. Fatigue isn't just about sleep deprivation or mental exhaustion. It's a multifaceted issue where nutrition, physical activity, stress management, hydration, and sleep hygiene all play pivotal roles. Understanding how each of these aspects interconnects can help pinpoint why you're always tired at work and, more importantly, how to fix it. One of the most overlooked contributors to office fatigue is poor nutrition. What you eat directly affects your energy levels throughout the day. Many people start their mornings with a quick breakfast, perhaps a sugary cereal, a white bread toast, or worse, nothing at all. Without a nutritious start, your blood sugar levels spike and crash rapidly, causing that classic mid-morning slump. Even worse, office routines often promote unhealthy snacking. Vending machine chips, leftover cake from someone's birthday, and endless cups of sugary coffee. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, only 12% of adults meet the daily fruit recommendations, and only 10% meet the vegetable intake guidelines. These nutritional gaps translate into a lack of essential vitamins and minerals like iron, magnesium, and B vitamins, all of which play a role in energy metabolism. When your diet lacks these nutrients, particularly complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, fiber, and protein, your body struggles to maintain stable energy levels. The brain in particular is highly sensitive to glucose levels. A crash in blood sugar can result in feelings of tiredness, irritability, and a lack of focus. Instead of defaulting to processed snacks and caffeine, incorporating energy-sustaining foods like oats, nuts, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can provide the slow, steady fuel your body needs to get through the day without crashing. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that high-fiber diets are associated with better alertness and reduced fatigue throughout the day. Just as critical as what you eat is how much you move. Sedentary behavior is another major reason why people feel drained during office hours. Sitting for extended periods, particularly in poor posture, reduces blood circulation, lowers oxygen delivery to muscles in the brain, and over time leads to decreased muscle endurance and cardiovascular health. While you may not associate your desk job with physical fatigue, being sedentary actually saps energy by weakening the systems that sustain it. Studies from the World Health Organization, WHO, indicate that physical inactivity is the fourth leading risk factor for global mortality, contributing to roughly 3.2 million deaths annually. Closer to the office environment, a survey conducted by the British Journal of Sports Medicine suggests that sitting for more than 7 hours a day is associated with increased fatigue. Movement is invigorating. Regular physical activity, whether it's a morning jog, cycling to work, or simply walking during lunch breaks, increases the flow of endorphins and stimulates the production of mitochondria, the energy-producing components of your cells. Exercise also enhances sleep quality, improves mental health, and boosts resilience to stress, all of which play crucial roles in fighting office fatigue. Ironically, the more you move, the less tired you feel. Incorporating even brief physical activity into your workday, like standing up to stretch every hour or using a standing desk, can reinvigorate your body and keep sluggishness at bay. But physical activity and nutrition aren't the only culprits. Chronic stress is a silent energy thief in the office environment. Deadlines, performance reviews, interpersonal conflicts, and even internalized pressure to succeed can create a continuous state of stress that drains your mental and physical resources. When you're stressed, your body enters a fight-or-flight mode, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. Initially, this might make you feel alert, but prolonged exposure to these hormones eventually leads to burnout and exhaustion. According to the American Institute of Stress, 83% of U.S. workers suffer from work-related stress, and nearly 25% say their job is the number one stressor in their lives. Stress doesn't just affect the mind, it manifests physically too. Tense muscles, headaches, shallow breathing, and digestive issues can all result from stress and contribute to overall fatigue. The problem intensifies when individuals respond to stress with poor coping mechanisms, like excessive caffeine consumption, skipping meals, or cutting back on sleep. To counteract stress-induced fatigue, it's essential to develop healthy coping strategies such as mindfulness, regular breaks, breathing exercises, and maintaining boundaries between work and personal life. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that mindfulness practices can reduce fatigue by up to 20% and improve overall mood and productivity. Prioritizing mental fitness is just as important as physical fitness when it comes to sustaining energy throughout the workday. Speaking of physical health, hydration is another subtle but significant factor that impacts energy levels. Dehydration, even in mild forms, can cause fatigue, impaired concentration, and mood swings. Offices, especially air-conditioned ones, often exacerbate fluid loss through dry air. Moreover, people often forget to drink water while engrossed in work or substitute water with caffeine-heavy drinks, which can act as diuretics. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that even mild dehydration, defined as a 1 to 2% decrease in body water, can impair cognitive performance and increase fatigue, particularly in women. Men are similarly affected, with research from British Journal of Nutrition showing significant drops in alertness and focus during dehydration. Your body needs water to perform virtually every function, from maintaining cellular health to regulating body temperature and ensuring nutrient transportation. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your heart works harder to pump blood, your brain operates slower, and your muscles may cramp more easily. To maintain consistent energy, make hydration a non-negotiable part of your day. Keeping a water bottle at your desk and sipping regularly can make a surprisingly noticeable difference in your alertness and performance. Lastly, no conversation about fatigue is complete without addressing sleep. In today's hustle culture, sleep is often treated as expendable. However, consistently getting inadequate or poor quality sleep directly affects cognitive performance, mood, and stamina. Even if you're technically spending 8 hours in bed, factors like late-night screen time, irregular sleep schedules, and high stress can impair sleep quality and leave you feeling groggy and unrefreshed. According to the CDC, 1 in 3 adults don't get enough sleep on a regular basis, and the consequences extend beyond tired eyes and yawns. Chronic sleep deprivation impairs concentration, memory, emotional stability, and even immune function. Sleep is the time when your body repairs, detoxifies, and prepares itself for the next day. Without sufficient deep sleep, your brain's ability to process information, retain memory, and regulate emotion diminishes. On a physiological level, poor sleep also affects insulin sensitivity and hormone regulation, which in turn impacts your appetite, metabolism, and energy levels. If you find yourself waking up tired and relying on coffee to feel remotely human, it's time to take your sleep hygiene seriously. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, reducing blue light exposure at night, and creating a sleep-friendly environment can significantly enhance the restorative quality of your rest. A study from the Sleep Health Journal showed that people who followed a strict bedtime and wake-up routine had better energy levels and mood during the day compared to those with irregular sleep habits. In sum, chronic office fatigue is rarely caused by a single factor. More often, it's a convergence of poor dietary habits, physical inactivity, unmanaged stress, dehydration, and inadequate sleep. The modern office lifestyle, with its emphasis on productivity over wellness, often pushes people into patterns that sabotage their energy. But the good news is that these patterns can be changed. To break the cycle of fatigue, you don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, consistent changes, like swapping processed snacks for fresh fruit, walking during breaks, taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply, drinking more water, and sticking to a sleep schedule, can compound over time to significantly improve your daily energy levels. Health and fitness are not limited to gym sessions or diets. They are a daily commitment to choices that support your body and mind, especially in the demanding context of office life. If you're constantly tired at work, listen to your body. It's sending you signals that something is out of balance. Rather than masking the symptoms with caffeine and willpower, consider addressing the root causes with sustainable, health-focused changes. After all, your performance, productivity, and overall well-being depend on the energy you bring. And that energy starts with how you care for your health. For more similar content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.